A traveler between summit and abyss. A traveler. Now she is a traveler here, you see. Between the top and the bottom. The power of Israel. She joined the distant ends. The viewless deep, the distant end, the top and the bottom, the alpha and the omega, if you want to call it, are straight along the roads of heaven and hell, pursuing all knowledge like a questing hound. Like a questing hound. She is now the famous dog, Samara, who is in search of truth. Truth which is deeply hidden in the depths of matter. Truth which is present in the depths of matter. What the Vedic rishis call cows, go, light, cows. They are trapped in the pen of matter, in the mountain pen, and they have to be released. Now nobody knows the presence of this light in the pen of matter. Nobody knows that thing at all. But this dog, this sarma, this hound, she smells, she suddenly feels that here is the truth, here is the truth, here is the truth. So she has got that faculty of seeing truth. She looks for that thing, pursuing all knowledge like a questing hound. Yeah, that's what happens, you see, in the questing ground. I don't know whether you have seen a video or not. It's a very powerful video. Not a very good video, but at least illustratively very telling video. How the drugs are smuggled across the border from Mexico to USA. Across the border, how the drugs are smuggled in huge quantities. They have made all kinds of things in their lorry, in their trucks, in their vehicles, and all that thing. Panels, this thing completely. But the dog smells there. The dog smells, and then start opening out the panels after panels, and then the whole huge thing comes out completely. You see. So it is that quality of the dog. It smells that thing suddenly. So it is that questing hound which knows where the truth is. Yes, matter is there. Matter is not dumb, is not mute, is not brute, is not dull, is not inert, is not stupid. There is a truth behind it, and that truth is sensed by this hound of intuition, of inspiration, you see. She smells that thing and she tells the Rishi, yeah, here it is matter. And then the Rishi takes up and breaks the mountain and releases the cows of truth, of light from the mountain, you see. Pursuing all knowledge like a questing hound. He says, of course, like a simile, but she herself is a sarma, a dog, you see. The power of intuition, so to say, of inspiration. Now here we have all these descriptions of inspiration, of intuition, of revelation. They are not kind of put down in the form of a mathematical book. So you have to discern what is what, you see, here, you see. A reporter, now she is a reporter, a scribe. So see how she is changing. She is a traveler, she is a hunter, she is a gleaner, she is a harvest creature and that kind of thing. Now she is a reporter and messenger. So messenger is becoming all these things now. See. Her shining minutes of celestial speech pass through the masked office of the occult mind. Yeah, she brings all that things, celestial truth, but then it has to pass through the doors of mind. And then it gets affected, colored, or it has to present itself through the faculty of mind itself. So it gets kind of limited also here. Pass through the masked office of the occult mind, transmitting gay to prophet and to seer the inspired body of the mystic truth. The inspired body of the mystic truth. It is she then who brings that mystic truth to the inspired, to the rishi, to the seer, to the prophet, to the visionary who has opened out. Now, when that is possible, when does the prophet receive it? When does the seer receive it? When his mind has fallen silent. That is the first condition. When it has fallen silent, then he can receive that inspiration, you see. Pass through the master office of the occult mind, transmitting gate to prophet and to seer, the inspired body of the mystic truth. A recorder of the inquiry of the gods. So now she is now becoming a recorder. She is becoming a spokesman, you see. All those things, you see. The inquiry of the God, spokesman of the silent seeing to the Supreme, silent seeing to the Supreme, Supreme is seeing everything, but she is the spokesman, she is telling you on behalf of the Supreme, this is this, this is this, this is this, you see. Above the reason's brilliant slender curve, yeah, reason's curve is a very slender curve, above that, much above mind, beyond the mental level, release like radiant air, dimming a moon, yeah, radiant air dimming, even the moon is still dim. Broad spaces of a vision without line or limit swam into his spirit's ken. He now stands for Ashwapati. Means this is a description. You see, we started with that. Ashwapati has crossed the mental domains and entered into spiritual worlds. And the spiritual knowledge is coming to him in the form of discernment, in the form of Ila, Saraswati, Mahi, all those goddesses. And that is what is happening. Our limit swam into his spirit's ken. About the reason, yeah, that is how we started. From the mental world, he has entered into the spiritual, and this is what has happened to him now. In words, this is a kind of a summary of all that has been described so far. Above the reason, brilliant slender curve, released like radiant air, dimming a moon, broad spaces of a vision without line or limit swam into his spirit's ken. Oceans of being met his voyaging soul, calling to infinity. In oceans of being met his voyaging soul, calling to infinite discovery. Oceans of being, world after world exists in the cosmic dimensions, cosmic extension, not only in the cosmic, but also even the transcendent. World after, so there are oceans and oceans of so many lokas, so many worlds are there, you see, present here. In fact, the tradition says Saptaloka, 7 worlds. Saptaloka above, Saptaloka below, Sapta Patala, 7 nether worlds below, and 7 higher worlds above. All this world after world are opening. They are whose creation? Of the being, of the Supreme Being. They are the creations of Him. Oceans of being met his voyaging soul. Yeah, because these are oceans and therefore voyaging soul, you see. See, had it been world after world of being met his traveling soul, it would have been traveling soul, you see. Had it been world after world, it would have been traveling soul, you see, journeying soul. But here, ocean and voyaging, you see. Calling to infinite discovery, and still that does not exhaust the creation's possibilities. What you see even in the material world, in the physical world, in the astronomical world, you see stars and stars and stars and galaxies and galaxies and galaxies, endless, 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 as if there is something yet lying beyond, far beyond, calling to infinite discovery, timeless domains of joy and absolute power, stretched out, surrounded by eternal hush, surrounded by eternal hush. All these worlds are kind of surrounded, they are silent, they are not speaking themselves out, they are not expressing themselves out. The way that lead to endless happiness ran like dreams mind through meditating vast. Dreams minds meditating through vast. What a simile. Mean the whole thing as if you are dreaming through, smiling, joyous, happy of this creation, of the infinity of this creation, of this multiplicity of it. Through meditating vast, disclosed up in a gold moments of blaze. Suddenly they have become now right to him. Suddenly, gold moments of blaze, gold moment. It is just a glimpse in time. What will be a glimpse beyond time, in the timeless, in gold, momentless blaze, will be something different altogether. In other words, he has stepped into time. In that moment, which has become gold, it is in that he is seeing word after word climbing. Like a hierarchy of grandeur, of beauty, of joy, of majesty, all those things are present simultaneously. Disclosed, stood up in a gold moment's blaze. This is the power of inspiration, the power of the higher knowledge rushing into him. Suddenly the whole thing opens out completely. Along a naked curve in boundless cell, which has no boundary, which has no limit, which has no end. Boundless cell, Atman, it has no end at all, anywhere, in any direction, you see. Along a naked curve, so he is traveling now to the world of self, which has no boundary. Boundless goes along with the infinite discovery upon the ocean voyaging, you see. It is an ocean which has no shore, which has no boundary, limit, you see. Along a naked curve in boundless cell, the points that run to the close heart of things, the point that run. So as if these worlds are points and they're running to the close heart of things or somebody else. Shadow the interminable line that carries everlasting through the year. So these worlds are but points and they're forming a line which is endless, interminable on every direction. Neither to the left there is the end, nor to the right there is the end. The line continues and continues endlessly. Because it is boundless. Shadow the interminable line that carries the everlasting through the years. Now it is this line which is carrying the everlasting through time. You see? It is this line of world after world after world, boundless. They have come together. And through the entire thing, the everlasting is moving through all these things. What for, etc., that is his knowledge, we don't know. You see. That carried everlasting through the years, The magician order of the cosmic mind. Yeah, it is the cosmic mind who is seeing the order here, not the human mind, not the rational mind of ours, but the cosmic mind, the cosmic thinker. It is he who has thought and brought out this, coercing the freedom of infinity, coercing the freedom of infinity. Yeah, he is compelling infinity itself to take form with this stark array of nature's symbol. Yes, it is that cosmic mind which has concretized things into different, definite things of world after world, you see, with a stark array of nature's symbol and life's incessant signals of event, transmuted chance recurrences into laws. So, what appears to be a chance to us, it is actually has become now a law, a rule, a regulation, a chaos of science into a universe, a chaos of science into a universe. Unity. It has become a single verse, you see, of science. Out of the rich wonders and intricate worlds of the spirit's dance with matter as a smile. That is the boundless sea, oceans of worlds, you see. Oceans, oceans of being, out of the rich wonders and the intricate world of the spirit's dance with matter as is the spirit has put on the mask of matter, and in that dance, see, dance, spirits dance with matter. So when the spirit is dancing, each pose is a creation, is a word, each posture is a creation, is a existence by itself. In fact, that is what the dance of Shiva means. When Shiva is dancing, what is he doing? Shiva's dance means each posture of Shiva is creating a world of its own. See, the spirit dance with matter as a small. So this is actually the image of Nataraj, Shiva, in the poise of dance. And it is each poise of Shiva is a world of dance. See. The spirit dance with matter as is the balance of the words of design grew clear. Now with that knowledge, why all that is happening, why this creation, etc., etc., why so many galaxies, so many stars, etc., etc., in the sky, that is becoming clear. The balance of the world design grew clear. Its symmetry of self-arranged effects managed in the deep perspective of the soul. Managed in the deep perspective of the soul. Yeah, you can understand only when you have got that soul vision in the perspective of the soul. And the realism of its elusive art. Now this is an oxymoron, a beautiful oxymoron. Realism of elusive art. A wonderful oxymoron, you see. Yeah, you see, when you see that thing, this whole thing looks an illusion to us. When you see that, the whole thing looks an illusion. But behind this illusion, behind this matter, which you don't see reality, there is a reality. And that is the realism which you see behind it, you see. And the realism of this elusive art, it has managed to do that kind of, the dance of the Shiva, dance of Shiva, that art, its logic of infinite intelligence, its magic of a changing eternity. So there is the infinite intelligence behind all this creation, behind this multiplicity of world after world of the being coming into existence. There is a meaning, there is a sense, there is a purpose behind that thing. Its logic, why it is there? Yes, there is a purpose behind all that thing. Its magic of a changing eternity. Eternity which is stable, which is unchanging normally, but that itself can change. In other words, how eternity enters into time and goes through a process of sequence of things and all that thing, that is the changing eternity. In other words, each moment is packed with eternity by itself, you see, completely. Eternity is present in each moment. Changing means moment will change, but the content of the moment, which is eternity, that remains the same. That does not change. It's magic. That is why it is a magic. In other words, the rational mind cannot understand this thing. As I said, this is an oxymoron, and rational mind cannot really understand what an oxymoron is, how that can happen at all, you see.